Hi, Richard and Francis. Thank you for joining the program.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, I want to first, before we get started, I want each of you to tell us who you are and what your background is, and then we can dive into it. So Francis, can you start? What is your background? And maybe you can briefly talk about the organization that you're with, and then we'll get to Richard.
Okay, I'm Francis. My background in terms of genetic engineering and understanding what could be happening in the ramifications of the WHO treaty, pandemic preparedness stuff happening, is that I worked with the Institute for Responsible Technology, learning about the dangers of gene editing, microorganisms, etc. And particularly in the case of mosquitoes and as bioweapons, even inadvertently as dangerous or as intentionally as dangerous. So I was just minding my own business on visiting in Bali, and I heard that there was a mosquito release planned. And so I just, in the background, I just wanted to share, and I was lucky enough to meet Richard, who was able to meet the people who could see what actually the huge extent of this was. The beauty, just in short, before we go to him, the beauty of it is that through this process, 6 weeks, baptism by fire, of trying to postpone that release, which we've done, is that we haven't just fought it on small terms like, oh, the tourism or the economy, or maybe there might be a problem. We fought it on all the terms we need to fight the World Health Organization pandemic preparedness treaty, etc. Because we fought it on the science, which is very, very weak. We fought it on the gain of function idea, on the justifications, on the planning, the absence of planning, the absence of regulation, etc. So we're armed and ready. We've got some very, very important people in terms of the military who've understood the danger that all countries are in terms of their sovereignty, in terms of foreign agency, of the technology that they're using, etc. So we're poised in a good position, but we do need support, I think, from international, other countries waking up and realizing this is the moment.
And we're going to talk more about these mosquitoes and some of the things that they're doing, because that's important. Richard, can you tell us your background and your organization?
Yeah, I work for the government, Indonesian government, a civil servant, and I was a deputy minister in several ministries, economic, finance, industry. I was a commissioner in the biggest bank in Indonesia when they had problem. And I involved a lot with the recovery of Indonesian economy during the monetary crisis, work under the radar. But my hobby is about healing, healing people and so on. And I built and founded an organization called the Nation Gladiator. If you remember that gladiator in the past, they use their muscles, right? But nowadays, the gladiator, what I mean is people use the muscles in their mind. The idea to do that is to inspire the Indonesian generation to be a leader. That's why in our forum, we always invite high caliber people and speak in English. And we hope also the Indonesian will speak English in general. And I hope that this movement or this organization can change the Indonesian people to increase their level of consciousness. Thank you.
And consciousness meaning just understanding what's really going on from a basic standpoint, and then treating each other better. I mean, it's incredible.